Hello, how you guys doing today? Jeremiah Davis, CEO, Davis Thorpe and Associates, Business Funny Now. I'm coming to you with my weekly live. Today, I got a real special guest, a good friend, funny guy, really funny guy, but he's got some valuable information for anybody looking to start a business or grow their business. His name is Brandon ShotMe. He's the CEO of the Shooters Agency and the Shooters Camp. Without further ado, let's welcome Brandon. What's up, man?
How you feeling? How's everybody?
Oh man, good man. Thank you for just making yourself available. But we've been friends for a few years, and I've used your services, and you do excellent work. And I think everybody that's an entrepreneur needs these types of services, especially now during these uncertain times. We gotta keep making money. We gotta keep the business going, and we gotta be innovative and getting our brand out there, getting our information to the right people through social media or other platforms than pre-pandemic. Okay, so
Right.
could you introduce yourself? Tell the people what you do and how long you've been doing it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. So, what up, people? My name is Brandon ShotMe. I teach a photography and videography class called Shooters Camp, and I also own a video marketing agency called Shooters Agency, and where we help entrepreneurs with branding, marketing, and videos and things of that nature, and also coach people on their own on branding and things like that online, social media, video content creation, and things of that nature. But yeah, that's your boy.
Great. And I've used you on a couple of circuits that we travel on, events, and took my shots, and I still use some of them shots right to this day.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend them. But let's get into it because people need to know. First, let me ask you how you doing? How your family doing? Pandemic, everybody healthy? Everybody good?
Yeah, man, we good. I mean, my mom went through it. My brother went through it, the COVID. But after that, man, I mean, they came out of it strong, and it was dope. It was good. Like and I got my wife, my daughter, they're chilling. So we good over here.
Good to hear that everybody's doing well.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, how do you see the pandemic through the lenses of a photographer and a videographer? What's your take on this situation?
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I guess I'll give you two. So one, if you are a photographer and videographer, it shouldn't really affect you as much. Only depends on the situation. So when you're doing photos and videos, I mean, it's already you gotta be 6 feet apart anyway, right? So it just depends on it just depends on the event or depends on the thing that you're shooting. But whether you're a photographer, videographer, or entrepreneur, when this pandemic happened, it did two things, right? So for the people who wasn't already prepared, wasn't already ready for it, there are the people who got left behind. And not picking on anybody, but there are some people. This is actually a good time and space for other people because now people are starting to say like, wow, this is the way it's going to be. So I need to be able to get better at my branding, get better at my social media, get better at my business because I can't count on anything. I can't count on the government. I can't count on a lot of stuff. I need to figure out what I need to do to get my life together. Had they already contacted you, Jeremiah, had they already had their business funding already, they would have already had money ready to go and start investing. This is the time to do it. When everything is low, this is the time to do it. So there are people who are already prepared, and there's all people who've already launched and skyrocketed their business or wherever they are in their life right now. But those people who didn't, they just kind of got left behind. So it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing for a lot of people. So it gets people back serious about what they should be doing with their life. So
yeah, I totally agree. Quite frankly, it's given me a lot of time to focus and build, put some infrastructure, some automation, and work on branding and marketing that you wouldn't normally have the time to do.
Yeah.
Ripping and running, trying to run a business too. Because we be on the road traveling all the time. I ain't been traveling in about 6 months, so so it's just giving me an opportunity to focus. And I, quite frankly, business is booming, and that's good. That is really good.
So why is that? Why did your business start booming as opposed to before the? Not saying it wasn't booming before, but why do you think it skyrocketed? whenever the pandemic.
Well, I know exactly why, because as soon as the pandemic happened, things like kind of slowed way down, and everybody was just trying to figure out what to do next, what was going on. A lot of people, unfortunately, lost their jobs, and they're getting this money from the government, or they're waiting for this money from the government.
Right.
Some people are still waiting for the money from the government.
That's right.
You know, we don't know. It changes week to week. You know, what the government's going to do. They're going to give us some more money. They're going to do this. They're going to do that.
It's uncertain.
Yeah. So within a couple of months, it started picking back up because people started to realize that them checks didn't come like they wanted to, or it wasn't enough. And I was, you know, heavily promoting, you know, get all your resources now.
That's right.
Build your business credit, get your business funding, get your personal funding, get all the money you can and stack it. Right. You know, and then use it strategically so you come out of this thing better than you went in it. So that's what's happening right now. But I mean, you know, we're part of the same circle, so I'm using the things I learned from the Hush group and from, you know, my friends like Derek and Mark and everybody. I glean from everybody, and I implement what I can, what I need to, and build. You know, so yeah, and yeah, you know, just to mention that you're one of the coaches in the Hush group too. So if you guys don't know what that is, that's a group of entrepreneurs with a group of coaches that you have access to for a variety of different things that can help you grow your business. So definitely. So how important is the right image and to promote your business, especially during a pandemic?
Yeah. So it's pretty much going back to what I was saying earlier, already preparing yourself, right? So had this been you know, months ago, and you've already had your images right for social media, already branded yourself online, the pandemic would have, you know, skyrocketed your career as well, your business, your entrepreneurship, whatever your endeavors are. It would have actually benefited you as opposed to, you know, the opposite, right? So had you already branded yourself, had you got all your photos done, right? Had you got your videos done, had you been branding yourself online, had you been posting videos on a consistent basis, right? Whenever the pandemic hit, your business will the one that not only would it not stop, but it'll actually grow faster than others.
Because your competition might not have had it and probably closed their doors. So, I mean, it really was no rhyme or reason which ones that closed and which ones that flourish. Because there was businesses that is flourishing that you would never think would.
Yeah.
You know, as a result of the pandemic. And then there's some business you think that should have had their doors open, but they closed.
Yeah. It actually, I feel like it's like the ones who, it actually kind of showed who's the ones who were like, this is what they're made of. This is what you were made to do. You need to keep doing what you're doing. Keep helping people. Keep thriving as a business owner and entrepreneur. And the ones who were just hanging on by a thread, you know, faking it till you make it, those are the ones that got left in the dust. And, you know, that's kind of what happens.
Okay, so this is a question that, you know, that I had gotten before. So I'm going to ask you, what do you do when your state shuts down and you need to take professional photos or videos? What advice you got for us?
Man, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You either stay shut down, you don't come out. Hey, you can ask the people, hey, your clients, hey, do you want to come out and shoot? But if not, take a deposit and then wait until, you know, why your photography rates are low. Go ahead and take a deposit and then wait till the state open back up. Right? I recommend. I'm real big on self knowledge as well. So, you know, you got these new phones and things of that nature. Like, do what you can with your phone. Do everything you can until you're able to get a professional photographer, videographer out the house to come and shoot you. What you don't want to do is have this as an excuse. Man, Brandon can't do my photos, so can't do my videos. Well, you need to figure something out. You got a son, you got a daughter. How to give them the phone, get some light, step outside, take a picture. That way you can still keep your branding going, right? So, no excuses.
No excuses. And I'm glad you said that because I did a lot of that, especially in the last couple of months, watching videos, trying different softwares, apps, and things like that. But I don't got the patience.
No, absolutely.
It looks easy in their promo video, and then when you get into it, like, what the heck? All these different things to do this and that, and I'm like, you know what? I need to find somebody that's local that we can, you know, be safe and get the job done.
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah. this is a kind of follow-up question.
Yeah.
How would you recommend, if you give a little bit more details, you kind of answered it, but how do you take professional photos with a limited budget, or resource?
Yeah. Well, here's the cool thing, right? So you got your phone. If you got an updated phone, right? So if you got an updated iPhone, you got an updated Samsung Android phone, right? Most of them have good quality on there already. So it's a couple things you need to be thinking about. You need to think about your lighting, right? So are you well lit? So even right now, like I bought this ring light right here. This ring light is $20 off of Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type in ring light. It's the desk ring light for $20. You can find a taller ring light for $100, right? Also, you don't necessarily have to buy any lights. You can actually use its daylight outside. You can open I got a window beside me, right? You can use natural lighting, right? Now you got your phone. If you go to photos right now, I'm gonna give you two options. You go to photos right here on your iPhone. You go over to portrait, right? That's gonna allow you to have this thing called a depth of field, which is essentially like a blurry background, right? That's images pop, right? If you want a blurry background, you go to portrait mode on your iPhone. If you have a Samsung or Android, if you have a newer version, right, you can go on there. You will see this thing say live, live and what's it called? Live view, live somebody. Regardless, if you click on, I think it's called live focus. Regardless, if you click on that, that also gives you a chance to have a blurry background. You use those advantages to be able to take better images, and all you need is your phone, good lighting, good environment, right? Go find somewhere nice to take photos. If you don't have anything nice in your house, go downtown, go find a nice area in the cul-de-sac, whatever to have a nice background. Think about your environment, think about the lighting, right? And then make sure you have a depth of field, right? Which is basically a blurry background.
How does that benefit? I mean, I'm clueless.
As far as
blurry background, how does that make the picture better?
Right. So what happens is whenever the image is flat like this, you can't tell me popping as opposed from this TV, right? But if it's blurry in the background, it seems professional, right? If it pop more, so it seems like, oh, this is professional. So I can take a picture right now, just like I am right now. I can turn around and have this background blurry, and they're gonna say that's a professional picture. That's what people think, only because this one has a blurry background, because it seems like, oh, that must be professional, right? So you can take advantage of this. So now you have your phone, and it seems like, oh, you hired a professional photographer, but you didn't. You just use your phone. Yeah.
And one other thing I didn't know that, but I just got me a gimbal.
Okay.
So I got with the face recognition and all that stuff, so I can move around if I need to do a video or just it was good. I needed one. I waited long enough, bargained shop long enough, and I finally got one. And actually, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna be doing some of my workout videos with that. So anyway, okay. So that's a great tip. Actually, that was really good. Okay, let's go this way. Then we're going to transition over to your other business, the camp, because that's what's really hot. But I got a couple more questions about how has the pandemic affected your business personally?
It's been amazing. It's actually skyrocketed. I actually had more business than ever. So when the pandemic first hit, it was like I had more time. So I was like, thank I get to sit back and chill and relax, because I've been traveling like crazy every week. It seemed like, Bali, Puerto Rico, just everywhere. And it was like, yes, it seems fun, like, oh, why you get to travel, but I just really want to just sit back and not do anything. People don't want to do much. I just want to sit back and do nothing, hang out with my family. That's the main thing I want to do.
Man, people, excuse me. People see us traveling and think it's so glamorous.
Yeah,
it sucks.
You're in the hotel. You at the event or whatever all day.
All day.
Now
on the feet, talking to people.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can say it's the difference between traveling to work and traveling for pleasure. It's a big difference.
A huge difference. Because it's not pleasure.
Yeah, I actually want that. Actually, when I quit my job, I was like, man, I can't wait to travel for work. I can't wait until I start traveling for work. And I was like,
yeah. Especially as much as some of us travel, I'll be on the road at least once a month, if not 2 or 3 times a month, and it's like sleeping in a different bed every other night. It's not.
Yeah,
it could be worse, right? It could be working.
no, for sure. No, it's still. So I'm definitely not taking it for granted. Let me not say it's the worst thing in life, but
Yeah.
just want people to know that it's not as glamorous as it thinks. I mean,
Right.
as it seems. So for me, whenever the pandemic happened, everybody was, people were panicking. Like, I need to. Now people want to get serious, right?
Yeah.
For my agency, people want to get serious to go ahead and get their business, their images back together. So it's like, yeah, what I need to do to get with your brand to get my stuff back together, because if this happens again, I want to be ready, right? My shooters camp class, people are like, I need a skill. This is the perfect time. I got downtime to be able to learn the skills. When I come out of it, I have a skill and a business to start.
Yeah.
Now I have a studio called E-Complex ATL, and that actually took a loss, okay, because it's an event space, so we didn't make any money for about 3 months.
Wow.
Okay, so I did take a loss there. But two of my other businesses, literally through the roof.
But what I'm hearing is multiple streams of income.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, definitely need multiple streams of income. Don't rely on one.
That's right.
Because he has 2-3 businesses. I have 2-3 businesses. That's the way you have to do it.
Let me jump in. I don't want to confuse people. It's going to be a lot of people who want to come out here and literally do a whole bunch of businesses right out there. Do not do that. Whatever business you have right now, start that. Build a stream first. Make some money. Make 50,000, 6 figures. Start making money to the part where it runs itself, and then you can move on and start another business. Don't just say, "Let me throw all these businesses in a hat. Let me just start doing them all." You're gonna fail.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because it's I call it the next shiny object syndrome.
In business ownership, you can. And with entrepreneurship, you can. It's a plenty of business you can start right now. It's like, wow, I can. It's a cell phone here. Like, oh crap, you know what I can do? I can make $1 million off selling cell phones. It's like you can make money off of anything. Just
cell phone cases. Yeah. No, there's a lot of opportunity right now. And you have the time to do it if you have the resources. Speaking of which, last question about this, then we're going to talk about Kent. How important is the photos and videos to move your business forward online? I mean, give us a contrast of somebody who doesn't versus somebody who does.
Okay, cool. So, video makes up 80% of internet traffic, right? So when you look at different ads online, when most people see ads, most time the videos are the ones that catch your attention, right? Most people scroll past images. When people spend money on ads and videos and sponsors and things of that nature, most time it's video, because those are the things that catch your attention. Whenever you're about to buy a product or anything like that, whether it's Amazon, whatever, if they have a review about it, show you how to use it. If you're buying software, it show you how to use the software, like a demo. People want a demo, so once they see that it's a video, they say, "Wow, I need to go ahead and buy this." So they increase your sales. But people use if you have like a video marketing a video on your landing page, you're gonna make more 50% more than people who don't. Right?
50% more for having a video on your landing page. Y'all listen. Y'all hear this?
Simple.
Man, this is gold dropping in your lap right there. Yeah.
Plain and simple. If you have a software or product or whatever, you have a video on the landing page. As soon as you come up, you see a video first, and it says exactly what it is, what's it about, how does it work, right? That will increase sales by 50% for the people who just have nothing there. Because then we have to go and read it. Go ahead.
Okay, $1 million question. How long should these videos be? Because you can who you ask, you're gonna get this answer.
I'm on it. So it all varies. So if you have something on your landing page, I say about 3 to 5 minutes max, right? 3 to 5 minutes. If you're on Instagram, somewhere between maybe 2 to 3 minutes max, because Instagram is for younger people and you have smaller or shorter attention spans. YouTube around about 5 minutes. YouTube will have about 5 minutes, and then Facebook somewhere in the same, somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes on Facebook as well.
What about like more informational videos? Is there a time limit?
I recommend about 5 minutes or less when you give people information. Not live like this. Lives, they can be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour. I'm talking about just informational videos, right? Because we want to be able to see as much in that 5 minutes to be able to go to another part of this information video. So let's say you have a big, huge, software company. You show me how to do one part of this part of this, business, and then you show me another part. Say, okay, cool. I know how to do emails, right? Then you go show me another part. Show me how to do, funnels. Yeah. Then you show me another part. Okay, so you don't want to just cram everybody with a whole bunch of information. So definitely, the shorter the better. I guess keep that in
Break
mind.
it up. Break it up.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was struggling with because I wanted to put all the information in a short video, and it was coming out to about 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
And I know personally when I click on something and it takes me to one of them long videos, I'm done. I'm already clicking off because I'm gonna sit in here for an hour watching you talk, you know. And I just wanted a little bit more information. Okay, all right. Shooters camp. Man, I'm gonna tell this little story right quick, and then let you elaborate.
Okay.
Right when I heard about your shooters camp, like I was like really pumped because I we was traveling, and I need somebody to travel with me and take pictures of me on stage and me working behind the booth or whatever, just interacting with the people because it's all gonna come. You're gonna use it some kind of way on a post or marketing or something, right? And so I asked my niece and nephew, they're young. My nephew's 15, so he just turned 16. My niece just graduated college. And I was like, you guys want to start this business? And then I'll pay y'all to travel with me, put my pictures in it. But when you're not traveling, you could be taking photos at home and videos and stuff. So we was almost there. I think I already sent you some money about it, but they wasn't serious. They didn't serious. You know, I wanted it. They didn't want it from themselves.
Yeah.
My nephew's like, I just want to make money. I'm like, well, do you want to be a videographer? Do you want to be a photographer? And yeah, you can make money.
Yeah.
You're young and you can be taking school pictures, and he's in a little band, and there's a many opportunity. But I said I'm not going to invest this money in something that you're going to buying laptops and cameras and setting the shooters camp. And then, 2 months later, he's like, oh, I'm gonna do something else. No, we're gonna have some problems.
I know.
But I was so impressed by your shooters camp is what drew me. Because you was doing something awesome. And I'm gonna let you explain what the shooters camp is, how it works, how you do the training, all the ins and outs. What can someone expect if they attend your shooters camp? I think I seen your post that the next class is already sold out.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So go ahead, tell us about the shooters camp.
Yeah. So it's a 6 weeks online class, a master class, 6 weeks, and also 2 days in person. Right. We teach the class live. So it's when I first got started, there were I didn't really have any help. Right. It was just YouTube videos and just like trying to a whole bunch of mistakes and a whole bunch of failure. Right. So I took all my years, right, 10 years of actually learning, actually put into a 6 week class so people can excel at a rapid pace. Right. So I teach you everything from photography and videography. I don't just pick one. And then lots of business. Right. Because what I felt it took me 6, 7, 8 years just to understand business. So now I just pour that into my students. So basically you can come in with knowing nothing, have never picked up a camera before, and you can leave knowing how to shoot photos and videos and operate a business and make money as soon as you leave.
In 6 weeks?
In 6 weeks, immediately.
What? All right, so it must be a little, pricey.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, well, price is relative. So I mean, when I first did it last year, I started doing it last year. It was $600. It went to $1,000. Then it went to $1,500. So you get to the point where now we just qualify people. We don't necessarily we get on the phone with you, we give you a questionnaire, and we just kind of talk with you, just see where you are, because we don't take a few people, right? It's intimate, right? So it's kind of like just paying for a private school.
Actually, I thought $1,500 was like really cheap and expensive for what you're getting if you become, pretty much a professional photographer and videographer.
Yeah, for sure. Because school costs about $25,000 a year. So you can imagine you're gonna leave with $100,000 in 4 years and no money, no business, and a whole bunch of debt. You're gonna make a small investment account right now to date. Right now, July 24th? Yeah, 2020. It's $2,500 right now. So,
but 25, I still think that's very reasonable because what you get and the potential that you could make from that small investment, right? 6 weeks. What is it, like 1 day a week for 6 weeks, 1 night a week?
Yep, it's 1 day a week. It's a lot of homework. We do a lot of business calls throughout. We do a lot of bonus business calls. I know a lot of experts who come out and speak. The 2-day in person, I graduate everybody. I give everybody plaques and shirts and things like that nature. So we actually do a full graduation ceremony. So it's serious. I invest a lot of time and energy into my students, man, and it pays itself back within that very next month. You better make your money back immediately.
So what can one expect, kind of money, part-time, full-time, if they wanted to attend and start this little, photo videographer type business as an additional stream of income like we've been talking about?
Yeah, for sure. So there are people in my class right now, they still work. They're 9 to 5 and they're making an extra $1,500 a month. There are people who quit their jobs, right, whether it was school teacher or they went to school, things like that. So they're making around about $4,000 a month. So it just really depends, and it all depends on just how hard you work. I mean, you can make as much money or as little money as you want. So I definitely recommend everybody needs I call it a side piece, right? So if you don't have a business or entrepreneur, anything at all, you need something on the side to help you. Because even when I first started, man, I was making $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, and I'm like, well, I needed that to be able to pay these bills. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, I was like, I could take every little, I needed it. Yeah. So if you're in that space, and you definitely in a space where it's like, man, I need to be able to make a change. You definitely got to do something. It ain't got to be Shooters Camp. It could be you can get your money from Jeremiah's, probably get your business funding. All these resources that we are giving to people is so we can help people essentially. So
I think it's a wise investment. Yeah, definitely. I can help person with a personal loan or a business loan to invest in that. It's a small investment. I mean, and we all know, and it's cliche, but it takes money to make money. You're going to have to make some sacrifices and get the knowledge and information that you need, the skills that you need to generate. But an extra $1,500 a month during this time, that's the rent. That's food on the table. That's light. That's some bills that got paid for a few hours of work and a small investment. So, and it could turn into a full-time career opportunity and a full-fledged business that you can be making $10,000 a month. So I would highly recommend, if you're interested or if you ever was interested in something, or you have a loved one that can benefit from this, this is an excellent opportunity. I want to ask you, how many students have came through Shooters Camp?
We're coming up on 100.
So you get 100 people and where are these people at?
They're all over the country.
Is there like a directory that say I want to hire a graduate of the Shooters Camp? How can I find one?
So a lot of people just hit me up. Hit me up and they just said, which is pretty bad idea. I need to. The whole plan was to get people into the agency and create like a directory, but I just haven't done it yet. And then 100 students. I can tell you, people can still hit me up and definitely get connected with somebody. I'm probably gonna refer you to my other business partner, but I think still get connected. But once I start, I got another platform where I can help. I'm helping 100 students this year. Next year, I'm going to help 1,000. So once I have 1,000 students, it's going to be easier for me to be able to plug and play people, and I can do that business idea that I originally was going to do, which put them into the agency, and now I'll be able to connect them with other business owners and entrepreneurs to get.
No, I mean, I know people, some of our friends, some of the people that we have ran into at these events who want to hire you, but they live in California, or I live in Nashville, you in Georgia, or Florida, having that credibility of a Shooters Camp graduate trained by, Shoot Me himself, so to come and do my shots and my.
Absolutely. I have somebody in California, I have somebody in Nashville, I have somebody in Florida.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So, how can people get a hold of you?
Instagram, Facebook, Brandon ShotMe. Just go to Brandon ShotMe, man. Send me a message. Go to some of my videos and laugh a little bit.
He is funny. He is funny. His marketing videos are hilarious. Those are great. Yeah. Videographer is trash. Yeah.
What I can say is actually, if somebody wants to get started, man, they can actually get with you and actually get get funding for because you're gonna need a camera, you're gonna need a laptop, right? They get with you and they can get either personal or business funding right? To be able to pay for these different items that you need before you start the class. And I think that'd be a huge benefit for people.
Yeah, or credit. We got credit too. Get some credit cards, business cards, personal cards, primary cards, not authorized user cards. Real cards you can use to, that way you can pay it a little bit, at a time, so you don't have to incur big expense. But I mean, whatever works, But I said thanks for the plug. But I definitely wanted to plug you because I got mad respect for you. I love your work, man. I love your videos. Think you're hilarious, and I'm learning. I've learned things from you, over the years, just watching and just interacting with you and having you or your staff shooting my pictures. They're some of the best pictures I ever had. And I still use them to this day in all my marketing. So
that's why. What's up, Derek? I didn't see the comments over here. I just seen it.
Yeah, now Derek said, hey, he said, brothers, yeah.
What's up, the fans?
Derek's always supporting. I wonder if he's gonna fit me in his schedule so he can get on one of these in the next few weeks. But seriously, because right now it's just everything behind my lives was to give them content to people that are struggling and trying to get through this thing, and videos and your professional shots. It's going to separate you from the amateur or the novice. It's going to say, I'm a professional, whatever it is that you're doing. And these resources, are available for you. And quite frankly, a lot of us don't. Those of us in the industry, we had the knowledge we've accumulated, we take for granted. But the general public doesn't know. They're struggling with these things. They struggle like, man, I don't know how I got to get some, they're using the apps like Carvana or one of them apps, and those will get you by. But you need to, graduate and get some professional headshots, professional video, and really brand your business and take it to the next level, because you can't get face to face with your clientele. So they gotta become aware of you some kind of way. So that's why I wanted to have you on here, because, man, your work is awesome, your business is awesome, your school is awesome. So y'all need to get a hold of Brandon. Find him. He's easy to find on social media, and he's easy to find. And if you need some resources for financing, going to the shooters camp, or just hiring a videographer or a photographer, just hit me up. You guys know how to get me, businessfundingnow.com, davidsthorpe.com. We do coaching. They do coaching. There's coaches out there. There's resources out there. So there's no excuse not to succeed. All right. You got any last words?
Oh, that's it.
That's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace. See you next week.
All right, sure. Thanks for having me, Jeremiah.
Thanks.